Actually, start together before.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So again, good evening. I'm going to repeat what I just said. Happy Mother's Day to those of you who are mothers, who have a mother, who will soon be a mother. Gordana, someday soon. No, she's like, no, I want to work. Anyway, thanks for joining. It's Sunday night. It's the 8th of May. We're meeting at 7:30 instead of 7, like I wrote. And the only one who's missing who said they would be able to join was Nicole. So let's see if she comes, if she got the email and the WhatsApp about the new number. So start off, the first item on our agenda is about the AGM that should take place at the end of May. But Maria Teresa, I would like to have you take over control of just this topic, in that your suggestion was to have it later. And if we could think about who would be nominated for the two really important vacant roles, if not three. One being president, one being for sure Gordana, who may be leaving the agency as secretary. And then of course, Brigitta's always looking to have help as treasurer, but I'm hoping she'll still stay on. Maria Teresa?
Okay, well, thank you for this very dubious distinction. I hope, Gordana, you will stay on, and if you leave at some point, then maybe you could transfer your duties. You have been so good up to now. I hate to think of having to lose you. Plus, I don't want to count out Brigitta immediately. She is doing such a great job. Here we see Nicole. Good evening, Nicole.
Yeah, hi. Nicole.
We're at the point where we're deciding, but Melanie, the first step is appointing this committee to go out and find the candidates. It is your job as president to appoint the committee. It should have the immediate past president, but it doesn't appear that Tom is willing to do that. Tristan is also out of the question. So it's your call, basically, who is on this committee and who is chairing the committee.
You're muted.
Am I allowed to chair the committee?
Yes, because you are not a candidate.
I would love to chair the committee because I'm still here. And I would love the entire committee to be the six of us right here, and whoever from the XCOM is willing to step up, because we are the core members right now.
So I would, the nominating committee. Two things: nominating committee or the executive committee.
Lily, it's changed. Toastmasters now calls it the executive. Yeah. And nobody must have looked at the videos. You only need 3 people on that committee.
Yeah.
So the whole committee doesn't have to be involved. I would say the people that have the time and inclination should be approached. We only need 3, and if you're willing to chair it, fine. So just that we get out of our heads, there is no longer a nominating committee. It's called the club. What's it called? I wrote it down, but.
And I put it in the agenda in parentheses.
Okay.
Can you see that? It's called. Former was nominating committee. Now it's called Club Leadership Committee.
Leadership Committee. Okay.
Club Leadership Committee. So for the Club Leadership Committee, I would propose the 6 of us right here, because I see that whenever there is anything going on, it's really the 6 of us are the core ones that show up.
No, the Leadership Committee is the former nominating committee to find the new members.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're the people who are not going, that have no personal interest of being on the committee, but you're actually going to be immediate past president automatically. So I don't know, now I'm a bit confused, because typically that committee should be only consisting of people who are not going to be on the executive committee. But as you are automatically going to be immediate past president, so I would put you in the same category as the past president, and that was usually the person who was the chair of the committee.
Okay, so Melanie, you have to find 2 other people who will help you.
For the nominating committee.
So all we're doing is nominating people. So if I definitely do this, I want to nominate, of course, President Sila, but I have to find 2 other people to nominate with me. Can someone clarify?
No, you just have to present a slate and 2 people are supporting you as a committee.
Okay, I'll find 2 people just randomly at the meeting on Tuesday. So Gordana, if you could write that down, that Melanie will find 2 other people to be on the nominating committee.
On the Club Leadership Committee.
Okay.
Excuse me, Melanie, if Gordana is not going to be in the next executive committee, that's right, Gordana? Or are you, then cannot she be a member of the nominating committee, of the, excuse me, of the club leadership committee?
I want her to be, but then I wasn't sure if she was going to stay on until she leaves the agency. What do you think, Gordana? It's up to you.
Yeah, so I'm here until end of July. So I'm okay to stay until end of July, but yeah, we will need some time afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 1 month anyway, because the new year starts 1st of July, right, Maria Teresa?
Correct.
So we need to find that new. So Gordana, then, because you're not going to be part of the new XCOM, then would you be on the club leadership committee with me, just so we can nominate a few people?
Yes.
So as of now, the vacant positions will definitely be president and secretary. Can everyone else still hold their positions? Maria Teresa, president, vice president of education, Inez, vice president for membership. Lily, you're also something, aren't you?
Easy speak
Not
support.
official. We only need the 7 official positions, and
Okay.
I'm an extra position, which is not official.
Well, Maria Teresa, would
Melanie-
you mind taking over and tell me what the positions we need are? I'm going to write them down because I'm.
Okay, president, secretary, treasurer. Okay, you know, can I show you something? Or actually, if you go to Easy Speak, you could see the entire sort of slate of the candidates up to now. If you look under the club officer section, everything is there. And one other thing, and I think this should be very clear, Melanie, at least to you, is that you would have to explain to the people what the roles entail. And if you click at least on Easy Speak on president, vice president, blah, 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 it's a little tiny blurb, a little tiny description of what that means. You might not know that it's there. That's why I'm mentioning it.
All right, we're looking for something right now. There we go.
Okay, Lily, go to this club.
What are you seeing?
I see your screen.
Yeah,
Club
but
officers.
on
for
my
the year.
screen, I've got the club officers.
Yeah.
Club, yeah.
Oh, okay, you do have the club officers. Okay, if you go and click on the highlighted president on the first column, you see that's a description of what the role is of the president.
Super, that's great.
Although there are a couple of things in here, for example, with the secretary doesn't necessarily do some of the things that are acknowledged there. We'll have to kind of tailor it to the way that we run our club. The most important thing, I think, for the secretary is that they keep the minutes of our committee meetings. And that
Maria
is-
Teresa, sorry. For the moment, I am vice president for public what's it called?
Relations.
Public relations. I said that I wouldn't mind changing to secretary.
Great.
No, but then the other, post would be vacant.
I could do that. Come on, I could find somebody to do that.
Yeah, Melanie, you can be, yeah.
Public relations.
Oh, but then
is-
you can't chair the committee. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. No, I want to chair the committee because we definitely don't have Tom on board and we don't have Tristan. Tom is, I texted him and he's just like, I saw him at the commissary and Tristan's like, I'm out of the country. I'm sorry. So someone's got to chair it. We got to do this right.
Okay.
But I'm sure public relations, we can find somebody. I mean, that's a fun thing to do, right? Nicole?
Yes, I'm
That's
sure.
not the secretary,
Oops. Oh, is it my internet?
vice president education, membership, and treasurer and secretary. All the other ones, it's like,
Yeah, but the secretary has a monthly major role of always recording the minutes and sending them out.
and thank you, Nicole, for even.
The reason why I'm doing this is because since we're a corporate club, public relation is not as important as if we were a normal club. So
Exactly.
the only thing that's important, I think, and because of the pandemics, we haven't done that, is the club day, where it was the day when we were supposed to recruit. And it's better if somebody who works in the UN or at the VIC does it, because I might not be here that day or for any other reason. And because I've done it, and maybe it's better that somebody takes over. I mean,
Okay,
you know, Good that
Secretary's great too, though,
roles
no?
change a bit.
Practice.
Secretary, I did, I don't know, some 5 or 6 years ago, so I know the role.
Can we ask Adriana to do the vice president's PR? Can we
Why
give her
not?
then the mentoring to do that?
Yeah, she seems
I'm
very
not sure-
keen.
I'm not sure that she has the time for that, to be honest.
Well, it's worth a ask, though. It's, you know.
Let's
doesn't hurt
ask.
to ask.
Yeah,
Okay, do we know what that role entails?
We'll send it to her
Yeah.
because we'll look
we
at
just
the.
go back to Easy Speak to find out. Mhm.
Well, like I said before, in Easy Speak, a lot of the things that are there are not really what we're in reality doing.
Okay. Well, does anyone have a date where we could have the annual general meeting, the AGM?
I'd like to propose it because this committee that used to be called the nominating committee that I can't remember is supposed to present the report to the meeting before the annual general meeting. So I propose to have the annual general meeting on the 14th of June
Okay, I got it down.
and have the committee report to the club on the 24th, the results of the nominees. And
Okay,
one other thing for your benefit, Melanie, when you have people nominated, they have to agree to be nominated.
Of course.
And on the day of the election, we also can accept nominations from the floor. That
Super.
means that anybody who hasn't indicated an interest could ad hoc be proposed. They would have to be seconded, and then there would be a vote.
And we meet in person on the 24th, correct?
If you're talking
meet-
about June,
No, we meet in person on the 14th.
On the 14th.
Which
Of
I
June.
thought would also simplify if we're going to have votes. I think that would be very tricky to do via Zoom. I think it would be better if we actually had paper
Yeah.
ballots, that we do it in person. So that's another thing for me that speaks to the 14th of June.
Okay, so 14th of June is our in-person meeting. And that could be when we're actually having the AGM. And then the 24th of May is when you suggest, the month before, that I have on Zoom presenting the nominees, or how do you want to do that? Because the 24th is usually online.
It's online, that doesn't matter. You can present the report of this committee.
Yeah,
And your report is basically the nominees.
okay.
And
So
then the general membership has enough time to consider that. We have the actual AGM on the 14th of June.
Okay.
And that's when we need a quorum, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And
so
the
you
other
know those
thing,
two meetings are not in Easy Speak yet. The June meetings, the meetings.
no, that's the GC June, that's in purpose of not put that in, that's why.
Okay.
Good.
So can I take your decision as of today? We designate the meeting on the 14th as the AGM with the election.
Yes.
Okay, I will indicate it as such. The other thing, what do I want to say here? We also should have at the AGM members presenting reports. Like we have not had a financial report in several years. Back in the old days, several people would have complained. They would say, where is our money going? The president should also deliver reports. And if anybody else on the committee feels a need to deliver a report, I think that should also be an option. But
I
the
will get
treasurer-
Brigitte and I to speak and then get the full financial report for the AGM on the 14th of June.
That gives her enough time too, that she's not stressed with that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ines,
I am
if you'd
ready
like
to
to present a report about membership, you would be more than welcome to.
Let me see if I can put something together.
Okay, no stress, but you know, it might be important.
Okay, so the most important things we need to decide right now is, does anybody have anything they want to add to the AGM? Because aside from, you know, telling everyone who's going to be elected, then the decision is made that day on the 14th of June, that they just take their roles and we present them as the new committee?
You have to run a meeting with parliamentary procedure. I can send you the script. It's a little bit tricky and we haven't done it really properly in the past.
Yeah,
There's a
I don't
script.
remember this last year.
Yeah, no, because we were a little bit, you know, schlampig, as they say in Vienna. I will
Yeah,
send you
because
the
of
script.
COVID.
Okay,
because of
and the
COVID.
other thing, it's not a done deal. We're not, you know, a banana republic. People have to vote for the candidates.
And you
And
have to
only-
call for nominees from the floor. Even if you present
I
a
said
slate,
that. I said that. I said that.
you still have to call for nominations from the floor in case somebody stands up at the last minute,
Yeah.
All right, so-
nominating themselves or somebody else.
Okay, so Maria Teresa, what I need from you today, right now, just to tell us the procession again. What is the process? On May 24th, there's going to be a club leadership committee meeting where I present to the club who the
No,
nominees.
it's not a meeting. It's going to be your report.
Okay,
The 24th of May, you will report to the general membership the results of the select committee, basically announcing the nominees. And as I mentioned before, you have to confirm with everybody who stands to be nominated, they're in agreement with that.
okay. Aside from that, what am I reporting on? Nothing else, just reporting to the
That's
general
plenty.
membership
That's
nominees.
plenty. The nominees, okay?
Okay, perfect. Then,
But for all of the positions, Melanie, all of the positions,
okay,
okay?
all positions. And
Explaining, excuse me, explaining again the positions or just saying, explaining
No,
what the
It's
positions are?
it's Melanie's job to explain the positions
Yeah,
to the
okay.
people who potentially would be candidates.
You just have to name the positions and state the names of the nominees, and that there is going to be the election in 2 weeks' time, that you're fulfilling all the conditions, that these are
Exactly.
the nominated
got it.
candidates.
And maybe insist on the quorum because we want to make sure we have enough people so that,
Okay.
you know, we have a proper general assembly. Because when people hear general assembly, they think, oh, well, not interesting, I'm not coming, right?
What is quorum? How many?
Nicole, you're
Half the
thinking
membership.
UN with General Assembly. It's the annual general meeting.
Sorry.
Okay, but how
Sorry.
many is quorum? How many, Demetria, is this quorum?
50% plus one.
50%.
And you can
And-
also mention that in the business section of the meeting on Tuesday.
All right.
Okay?
All right, so perfect. This is great. I mean, this to me, I feel so relieved having an overview of everything. So annual general meeting, this is our agenda. Elections, individual officer reports. Okay, perfect. Everyone will do that because I'll talk to Brigitte and as you decide if you want to say anything about members, keeping it, you know, really short. How many we have, how many we gained, how many we lost in 2022. So this is session planning. That's the same thing. Kind of, I repeated
it.
myself.
That's it. That's
Okay.
it.
And then yeah.
Excuse me, Melanie, I would like also to give a very, very short report on public relations, because I would like to insist on the fact that we have a website and we also have Facebook site. And I would like to insist now, I put a very short message recently, not a bit of an awkward one, saying that we're sending somebody to the district conference, you know, a candidate to the district conference. And I think that it would be good that you like it and or you add something to make that Facebook account live.
Okay, so both Inez and Nicole, along with Brigitte, will give a little report on the 14th of June. So that would be great. Then we have like
Melanie,
something.
I'd like to say something too as educational.
Oh,
advice.
perfect. Thank you, Maria Teresa. That's good. That's a full
Okay,
step.
and Nicole, when did you send a message about this? And because I never saw anything.
Or do you have a Facebook account?
No,
Well,
but
then you
I have access to one, but I don't
well,
have.
then if you look under VIC Toastmasters and ask
Okay.
Lily, because she's the one who put it up, then if I didn't do anything wrong, which I usually do with Facebook, then I put a very, very short message there about the fact that we have a candidate. But you can anytime, you know, I wasn't present at the dinner, no, the lunch that we had, but that was also an occasion of putting something on Facebook. Maybe just the, you know, one of the pictures that you took, maybe not of members, because not everybody wants to be on Facebook, but then of the dishes that we had, I saw some pictures with dishes, anything that makes us appear on Facebook. Right, Lily?
Yes. Great. I'm in there right now. Can you see that? No, you can't see it.
No, it's blurred.
Oh, yeah, the Toastmasters Club. I'm already in there. Charitable organization. Great. Lagermer Strasse says everything here. Page transparency. one of our members made it to the district level. This is great. We like it. Me and one other person like it. Oh, I like Lily's thing here too. This is great. I know I joined, but I didn't actually go to the page that often. But super. So if you could just note, Gordana, that for sure on June 14th, at the AGM, we're going to hear not only my short report about the year and how we did, how many meetings we had. I'll do some research, how many online, how many in person. Then I'll pass it over, of course, to Brigitte because the budget's important. Or we'll go in order, maybe Maria Teresa, Inez, and Nicole, and then Brigitte at the end, because bank account stuff is boring. That's June 14th. May 24th, of course, we know that we'll find out if any, how I'm going to run that with announcing the nominees, telling everyone about the quorum. And then, did anybody want to say anything about the XCOM minutes that we had from last time? Everyone accept them? What Gordana put out?
Gordana.
I'm looking at them now.
I didn't.
That was good.
I looked at them and thought, great, we've got them, but I didn't read them through.
Yeah, it's one page, but it just says what's going on. Because it was mostly for the luncheon. Succession
You said
plan.
something about the, sorry.
Go ahead, Nicole.
No, I wasn't present at the last meeting and I wasn't, but I read that we only have 18 members and that was worrying. That's what I noted in the last.
Okay, I have an update, or maybe Ines has an update to that. We have at present 25 members.
Oh, okay, that went up then.
Okay, and the other thing is, and I have informed a couple of people, we cannot do any kind of processing of new memberships or payments or education awards, Nicole, until after the 22nd of May. Toastmasters is having a major system upgrade, and there's a so-called service interruption. So we will not be able to change the status of the 25 members, whereby Toastmasters International has kept 10 unpaid members in the roster.
Yeah, I wrote that down on the agenda too. What does that mean, with 10 unpaid? Like they still want to be members?
They wouldn't have access to pathways, but they wouldn't have access to pathways anyway because of the service interruption. I tried to process something for Nicole this afternoon and was not able to because of this interruption.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nicole, on your presentation mastery, level 5. Bravo.
Wow.
You should mention that, Melanie, in the business section on
All right.
Tuesday. Along
I
with
made it to level 5,
You completed level 5.
I
Yes,
completed
Melanie.
level 5, yeah.
And still here to talk about it.
Yeah. But I think that I did it because I wanted the club to get something, because we're going to get something, right? Because of that.
We're going to get something for sure. They're called distinguished club points.
Yeah.
And if we accumulate enough, we come into a certain kind of hierarchy where we're considered distinguished or select distinguished or whatever. We could talk about that later. We have more pressing things now.
Yeah. Okay, well, this unpaid, that's the other thing I had on the agenda, which I don't know if it's even important to mention, was that there was 10 unpaid members, that they're still on our roster.
My comment is, even if they have paid, like I saw from Brigitte that Melissa has paid in the meantime, but she can't process that because the system in Toastmasters International is being worked on. So that 25 will go up, but at the moment that is the status.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. So for any other business, I also wanted to add that I was back in America and I picked up a whole bunch of things that we had ordered last year. So I have tons of ribbons, and we actually received one that is a huge blue one that says that we also are distinguished club member for having 5 new members we added in 2021, I believe. So they gave us that. Plus $50 gift certificate that I bought with the approval of Nez and Maria Teresa, and I think Nicole even approved that we bought a whole bunch of more ribbons and information about how to become a Toastmaster pamphlets. We didn't buy any pins because Rena said we had plenty of them. So I'll bring all of that to the meeting in person this Tuesday. So anyone else have to add anything for any other business?
I just have a question. Ines, we didn't have any financial problems with our club lunch. You didn't end up having to pay anything special above and beyond. That worked out okay?
Everything was balanced. Everybody paid. Zero debts.
Benjamin? Did Benjamin finally pay?
Benjamin, everybody paid. And no, it was financially very well managed. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. Did anybody see, Maria Teresa, where you were sitting? I left my favorite pencil on the table. Did you happen to see a pencil? I left too quick. I had to go back to work.
Excuse me, what are you talking about?
I left a pencil, a really nice pencil where I was sitting, and you were sitting there when I left, and I didn't notice.
Steal it. I didn't take it.
No. I would be happy if you took it. Then I'd be like, okay, good, you could bring it. All right, that's just.
We could ask Irina, since she started in arms, maybe she noticed it. I never noticed it,
I'll
sorry.
check in the box.
No.
Dan, do you want to add anything? You've been so quiet tonight. No?
Me? No, it's all good. I was just thinking for the PR, I think maybe Ben will be interested in that as well, because he's more talkative. Yeah.
Yeah, and Nicole, you could tell Ben what it entails, because I think he's your mentee, isn't he?
Benjamin.
Benjamin, yeah.
Benjamin, yeah. Mhm.
We could mention that to him. Hopefully he'll come to the meeting in person. So let's see who comes in person on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to see if we get.
Oh, the bad news with that is we don't have any speeches at the moment.
Come
I
on, one
asked
of us has to
Nicole,
do one.
Nicole, I don't know whether you read my email, but I asked you to prepare extra table topics.
Oh, no, I
Right.
didn't see it.
Gordana,
Okay.
do you want to give a speech? No, like, I know. I gave one last time. If I give another one now, I'll get myself in trouble.
You know, it shouldn't always be the same people repeating the same roles.
But if we have one person from us, then it gets the ball rolling. Who gave the speeches?
I don't think
online?
it gets the ball rolling. I disagree with you, Melanie. Sorry.
Why?
Because I don't see any balls rolling. I mean, I need to see something. I don't see anything going on.
I would say that, in my opinion, that it's that you lead by example. So if we actually sign up again, and it's hard to throw a speech together by Tuesday, but then the new people will see, oh my God, it's not that hard. But if there's no speeches at all, it's better than one of us stepping up to the plate. I vote for Lily. Come on, Lily. You're so animated. How about you, Maria Teresa? You haven't given it, no, but you always take on a big role.
You know
Well,
what?
I'm not taking on a big role this time. I'm just going to play it by ear.
Okay.
The on Tuesday, the table topic will be what
What do you do if?
what would you do if?
Ooh,
I
So
put it
I
on
could
the
put it,
agenda.
what would you do if
oh my God, that's
you had
good.
to give a speech at the last minute, or you were asked to give a speech by the president of the club?
That's good. I know. I just think that, I mean, Inez, icebreaker. Inez, just do an icebreaker. Tell us who you are, your background, where you come from.
Yeah, Ines, I haven't seen you giving a speech for
For a
months,
long
for
time.
years.
Yeah.
Maria
No,
Teresa, when was the last time Inez gave a real speech? Not just
Yeah.
taking notes.
Should I say
Maria
it?
Teresa knows. Maria
Should I
Teresa
say
knows.
it? Ines? Ines, if you give a speech, I won't say it.
you won't?
But
If
I
you
can
give a
look it up.
speech- If you give a speech, I know where it is exactly. If you promise to give a speech in the near future, I won't mention the last time you gave a speech.
Oh, wow.
Come on, do
This
an
is
icebreaker.
blackmail.
No,
This is
if you
blackmail.
say that we cannot go on work with pathways,
You've got
when
a
I
good
give a speech-
excuse. You've got a good excuse. This is true. But
when
you can-
I do an icebreaker, I would like to get it recorded on pathways and get it
You do,
really
you do
within
it
the project.
retroactive. You do it retroactive.
No,
didn't even-
actually, no. But you know what? You could do it at the meeting on the 24th because Pathways will be opening up on the 23rd.
Yeah, but she can
Do it.
do it retroactive. I've done that before.
Of
So
course you
has
can.
Nicole.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah, but then,
excuse.
okay, all right.
There's no
okay.
excuse. The fact that Toastmasters International is down is no excuse not for doing a speech.
Yeah.
You recorded anyhow.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're supposed to be doing and you can't do all the self-assessments and blah, blah,
It's
blah,
an
blah.
easy speak when you select your path. I mean, I saw you haven't selected a path yet, Ines.
No, she's
I have
not
not.
enrolled.
Okay.
Yeah, but the
I've
icebreaker
been-
is always the same anyway, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Because now in your icebreaker, you can say about anything. You don't even have to introduce yourself, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
And you're an experienced Toastmaster. I mean, for an icebreaker, you don't need to go to pathways. It's not, you know.
Let me think about it, but I will think about it. I have something to finish on one of the projects, so I'm just under pressure with that. But let's see, a lot of water can still be running under the bridge between now and Tuesday.
And another one who could present a speech is Rena. She's very good, but she's going to say she doesn't have any time, or
Well,
she's
Nicole,
too shy. Quite good.
Nicole, I have been trying.
Oh,
And
yeah?
at least
Okay.
I've got her volunteering to be Toastmaster of the day as
That's
opposed to
good.
eye counter or timer. She's making progress slowly, slowly. And Inez, don't feel pressure to give a speech on Tuesday. Can I maybe suggest you try to give your icebreaker on the 24th of May? That gives you plenty of time to prepare.
Yes, that shouldn't be.
I think that's not fair to you at such short notice. Okay?
Let me think about it.
Okay.
Let me think about it.
I think we also had in our minutes from last time around membership and what we can do to increase the membership. But I don't think we want to deal with that right now because everybody probably wants to go back to enjoying the rest of their Sunday evening. But perhaps for the next committee meeting, we should discuss what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? How can we make it more attractive and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
With regard to this issue, I would like to come back to something we said, and that is the communication culture with the members. And Gordana had, I think, a proposal to increase or to update the WhatsApp group.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
And I've seen that you have done it for a number of new members, but I think not everybody is still included there. Or am I just thinking about something which is not correct? And the second thing is, what I feel is that we need to pay more attention to helping the new members to get on their feet, rather than getting more and more members. I think we can do that. We have proven that the coming months, years, we could have a drive and just get more members on board. At the moment, I really feel that we have to give them a push in the back or do some hand holding, much more than normal. Otherwise, we'll lose them because they're all very busy. They want to, but they're sliding away if we are not really very much helping them to say, it's yours. It's yours, take it with both hands.
Yeah, but it's part of the mentoring program normally.
Yeah.
Which isn't working, Nicole.
Yeah, but then, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
We
I
go
only
back
can,
to square one, right?
yeah, I only can say for myself, I have Tatiana who I've been pressing, and she was going to give a speech on Tuesday until we discovered Friday evening that Pathways was not available. I also have now the newest Toastmaster, Juliana, under my wing. I'm mentoring her, and I met with her in the building on Thursday and really gave her a one-by-one sort of tutorial, how to use Easy Speak, how to go to Pathways, Toastmasters International. You know, some of the stuff we can't do online, you have to do in person.
I agree, but Maria Teresa, the thing is we can't discourage people from giving speeches just because this Toastmasters International is not accepting the credits. You must be able to retroactively do everything. I never put in that I finished my third level either. So I should be starting level 4 because my speech was the last one I had to give last time.
Okay, so you're depriving our club of the points.
We'll get the points. We will get the points when we can get in. But I was in the States right after I did my speech. I left that week and then it was shut off now when I came back. But I'll retroactively get it. So if anyone wants to give a speech, you know, you just go back. Remember, Nicole, you had done a speech at a
Yeah,
different.
And I even, you're right. I mean, easy, not easy speak, but a pathway won't even stop you, because I did my evaluation after the speech,
Yeah,
before I gave the speech, because I made a mistake, and the system didn't stop me. So I gave my speech after I had done my second self-evaluation, you see. So I was finished before I had started.
yeah. I just,
It doesn't seem to stop you
as
anyway.
vice president of education that past year, I was just going and say, yeah, give her the credit. Yeah. So we can override a lot, guys.
I think so.
Maria Teresa, get those people to do a speech, the icebreaker at least, you know, for Tuesday,
No,
if she wants to do the speech.
sorry. No, I've got her now as general evaluator. I'm happy with that.
Oh, okay. All right, she has
Okay.
a role then.
She has a role, okay. And I personally am of the opinion, and you won't agree with me, I think it's best if you get people started with the good habits from the beginning. And the 24th of May is, we only have one more meeting on Tuesday where we don't have speeches. They could all sign up as of the 23rd and give a speech on the 24th.
Yeah, but one speech is always nice. It just gives you something to look forward to.
Okay,
You know,
all right.
it's a 5-minute speech. I mean, just table topics. I just feel like, oof.
Well,
It's an
I mean, look at
in-person
who signed up to come to the meeting too. Look at that.
Well, you see, I mean, for this mentoring program, it's, I mean, I agree with you that we have to try and we have to help. But at one point, people have to help themselves. I mean, either they're serious about it or they're not. And if they're serious about it, then they have to come to their mentor. Look, I gave my speech. I've been a Toastmaster 10 years. And I discussed my speech, my 18 minutes or 20 minutes speech with Otto. Otto was my mentor when I started. And 10 years later, I'm still in contact with him and I'm still asking for his advice. But that's all I can say. I can tell people, you know, do it. Because when you're dealing with an experienced Toastmaster, then you get advice and it, you know, you don't make mistakes, you change your speech, you discuss, and we don't see each other. Everything was over email and not even Zoom. I saw him on Zoom when I gave my speech, but there was an exchange of mails between us, because I wanted to have his opinion on the subject, on various things. And he was there. He's always been there when I needed him. That's what a mentor is for, in my view, at least. But I'm the one who goes and writes mails and asks him. And that's what Toastmasters should do. I mean, they should realize that it's good to have a mentor and that a mentor can help. They have to want to be helped.
Of
in my view.
course.
We can go half the way, but not the whole way.
Exactly.
I agree with you, Nicole, totally.
So let's see what we can do. I mean, if we get one speech on Tuesday, I'm happy. If we just do table topics, then again, I'll talk about the, you know, call for nominations or people that are interested. I'll ask.
No, you do that with the committee. You don't do that at a Toastmaster meeting, Melanie.
I'm going to do it at Toastmaster meeting because I want to know if people are interested. How am I going to see them all?
Okay,
You
can throw it out, but that's not the point of the Toastmaster meeting. You can definitely mention it as an item in the business section, but you should not devote. Okay, that's fine.
That's how I'm going to open the meeting, is to let them know about the AGM and let them know that positions are open.
You need it.
What else would we tell them, Maria Teresa? I can't see people face to face. You know, I'm all the way out in Cybersdorf. So.
Yeah, but Nicole is absolutely right. With email or phone calls, everything works.
That's so impersonal.
And WhatsApp.
I know, but in the meeting, I'm going to mention it, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with that, Melanie. Maybe you misunderstood me. That's absolutely fine. But to go into too much detail in the section of the meeting that, you know, is the business section.
The business section in the beginning.
And
of the meeting.
don't forget to mention that Scylla is going on to compete in the district contest.
Yes.
And perhaps we could get some people attending the district contest.
Yes.
Yes, it's on Zoom, so it's easy to attend.
Absolutely.
But sorry, I had a question and then I forgot. Who is the administrator of the WhatsApp group?
I'm one of them.
There are several of them?
Yeah, I can tell you. There's a bunch of us.
No, because the administrator or administrators are the one who can
me.
add or retrieve people, right? Because maybe there are people who left that shouldn't be on that group anymore.
I'm an administrator, Inez is administrator, Brigitte is an administrator, so is
Oh, okay.
Lily and Tom.
Okay.
Mm.
So all of you can add or retrieve names. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to add someone as administrator, but whoever becomes the next president should be administrator, and I take myself off. I think that's really cool to do that, because I never made this group. I just was put on it from Tom or whoever, I don't know.
Mhm.
Or Victoria, might have even been Victoria.
Victoria, okay, because Tom, you know, he wrote to me, but not via this group. So I think it's great.
Melanie,
that-
you intend to ask Silla to be president?
Yes,
I think it's a great choice.
she's a staff member and she's shown so much motivation this
I think
past
that's
year.
a great choice. I hope she says yes. I hope you're
Me too.
persuasive.
I will
I think
be.
it's a
You
great
also-
choice.
But you can all help me too. We could all say, you'd be great. I mean, we got to motivate her.
And
Absolutely.
Maria Teresa, you want to stay as VP? The
Maria
others
Teresa,
is staying as VP. Okay.
Yeah, until I lose my nerves.
no, you're good. You're good. You're tough.
No, I'm not good. I'm not good. I don't know what to do. I wish people would use Easy Speak. I can't even get the committee to use Easy Speak. So if we're supposed to be leading by example, we're not very good examples.
I think we are. I think most of us are
Well,
using
go
it.
look at the agenda for next week on Tuesday and see who is declined and who is confirmed from the executive committee. I'm not singling anybody out.
Okay, well, the five of us, excluding Maria Teresa, right after this meeting, I
You
implore
better.
you to please go into Easy Speak and accept a role or accept that you're coming. Okay, and on that note, we are going to leave with positive energy that we're going to see each other in person
On
again.
Tuesday. Yeah.
On Tuesday?
One other thing.
Yeah,
At one
yeah.
point, we were going to discuss whether we go back to in-person meetings only. I personally would be against that. And I've been talking to a couple of people who indicated to me they're quite happy with the 50-50, one
Okay.
in person and one at least online. And the
Okay.
comment that was given to me, the online meetings are important for people who have job interviews or other opportunities with their work where they have to be online.
Yeah, as long as I can get this damn Yandex to work, I can do it. I'm going to try it from my office tomorrow, but it just didn't recognize this new laptop at home and it wouldn't let me on. But now I think I have the Yandex code, and then we can change it together, Lily, and put it on a Google.
So help me for the Easy Speak. Is there a link that should be changed or amended? Because I have the
No,
one that
not
we've
yet.
been using all the time.
If I can get, I'm going to see if I can get it to work, because I usually launch the meeting from my office desktop. But now I'm
Okay.
at home and I'm using the office laptop, which is completely different, and it's a new one. And Lily had the same problem. Or we always have to have a 6-digit code to get in. So I have to get into Yandex email, and Tom just thinks he sent me a new password. I'm going
Okay.
to try it after this. So on that, enjoy your evening,
No,
everyone.
excuse me, I still have a question, but we don't have to solve it now, but you might want to mention it because there's a post which is Vice President Education Secondary, and that's not assigned.
It's a voluntary position that the executive can make. You don't have to have that. That's a
We had that when I was new and Maria Teresa was helping me, and now she's so damn good at it, she doesn't need help. Trust me.
Okay.
Good, Maria
Okay.
Teresa.
Good.
It was just
Yeah.
the first.
Yeah, but dear friends and colleagues, communication doesn't work just in one direction. It has to be back and forth.
Yeah, it will be. We're
Okay.
good.
All
All
right. I will verify that tomorrow morning.
Okay, everybody
I wish you
go
a pleasant
online
evening.
real quick.
And for those of you who are mothers, I hope you had a lovely Mother's Day.
Very nice. So many flowers I got.
Oh, good.
Very
That
good.
keeps-
3
See you
flowers
Tuesday.
and
I
one
never
for
said-
flowers.
I never said welcome back to Vienna. It's good that you're back in one piece and survived the US.
Yeah, we did. See you on Tuesday, everyone. Have a nice night.
Okay.
Okay.
Be safe.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.